it going? This is Agent Grateful.
Yes, I'm Bobby.
She's grateful and I'm Agent. So when you see us by ourselves, I'm just gonna be like, "It's Agent from Agent Grateful."
No, you might be grateful, and I might be Agent. Depending upon what this video pans out to be, I might be the Agent, and he might be the grateful.
Well, as you guys can see, I am back in Mexico. Well, not as you can see, but I am back in Mexico.
Yes, he is back in Mexico.
Yes.
But unexpectedly.
Unexpectedly, because remember last time I was talking to y'all, I wasn't coming back here for, I don't think, until May. So.
Yes.
And it is April the 2nd.
Nope, April 3rd.
Is it April 3rd? April 3rd.
April 3rd.
I got here April 2nd.
Yes, in the evening, early evening. But.
Yeah, let me tell you how I ended up here. Why don't you go ahead and explain, baby, what happened?
Okay, so I was here in my home, place of residence here in Puerto Vallarta, and believe it or not, we have plants, and I was watering said plants, and as I was watering the plants, they go in a row. So I was going in a row watering them, and they are kind of up top, which we'll show you some other time, but they are up top, and there's steps leading up to the beginning top part. Well, I was watering and coming down the steps, watering and coming down the steps. The last step is a half step, so it's not a whole step, so it only is cut in half. So when I got to that step and I backed up, my foot lost its footing. My foot lost its footing, and my foot was going like this, and then I fell and I hit my knee on the concrete, because the floor upstairs is concrete. Hit my right knee on the floor, and I just laid out on the ground. I just fell to the ground. I immediately called Cedric, and I was in pain. I was in a lot of pain, and so
you can imagine me freaking out.
Oh yeah, because I'm here in the States, and I'm like, holy crap. I'm grateful though that it wasn't my head or something like that, but I was in some pain. But thank God we have some friends that are here as well, and they were on the other side of town, and they immediately came over, took an Uber, came over here, and we all three of us, it was my friend and her husband, which is a friend of ours. Now they're family. They ain't friends.
Yeah, but let's back up. She's jumping ahead.
They family.
She's jumping ahead. Yeah, they are family.
Uh-huh.
But so she was in pain. Her foot was throbbing.
Yes.
Her phone was on 10% battery, so she was trying to hobble to the thing to charge the phone up.
Oh gosh.
And she was in so much pain.
I was hobbling. I was inching my way down steps. It wasn't pretty.
It wasn't pretty at all.
Let me just say, whatever, you get one of those, what do you call those shows where you gotta jump through over hoops and through tunnels and all this stuff like that? Whatever those shows are, that's the way I felt. Obstacle course show. That's the way I felt. But in this video, we are going to tell you some really good information about healthcare and medical system as well.
So at this point, I knew she was going to have to go to the emergency room.
Yes.
So I'm like, okay, I'm in the U.S. She's in Mexico. She needs to go to the emergency room. Now we know I have Blue Cross Blue Shield through my employer. And we called on this a couple of months ago to kind of see how it works. And my company has, since we're a global company, we have Blue Cross Blue Shield GeoCare, I think it's called.
Yes.
Geo something, we'll put the name in there. But anyways, it's global. So you can search with wherever you are, and it will tell you which hospitals are in network. So we know that there was a hospital in network right over down the street. So we've known that. We didn't want to test it, but that's what it says on the website. It says this hospital is in the network.
Yes.
So we called on a three-way the insurance company, This was a Saturday, right? Yeah, it was a Saturday. We called the insurance company. 45 minutes on hold. Then they had some bomb music on the hold, but it was so loud we couldn't hear each other talk. So we had to text each other on this call because we couldn't hear over the music, the background music. I'm like, what in the world is going on?
But needless to say, they did go ahead and tell us, yes, they confirmed that hospital was in network. They basically stated, go ahead, that they will get a letter, the hospital get a letter, just let them know, present your card, and then depending upon how the hospital is, it may be that you pay out of pocket and they get reimbursed, or they may take a direct billing where they would bill the insurance directly. So with that information, my friends and I went to the hospital. We took an Uber to the hospital. Shout out to Medicist Hospital in El Centro, Iraq. But we got in there. From the moment we walked in the door, they were like, oh my gosh, let's get you situated. Let me have your card, your ID, medical card. Presented that. I was filling out the little paperwork that they gave me, and I could not even finish the paperwork good before someone was standing there waiting on me to finish this paperwork and take me to the back.
This is in an emergency room, right?
This is an emergency room. So I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm like rushing to fill out this form and handed it back to administration, and then they wheeled me back to a room. Now, I was like freaking out anyway. I'm in this pain. The doctor is like right there. Like, while I was filling out the paperwork, they were telling the doctor that I was here, and it seemed like there was something with my lower half of my body. The doctor came in as soon as I got into that little room, and she asked me what was going on. I explained it, and she was like, tell me the level of pain you're in, and I explained that, and probably about 5 minutes later, no lie, 5 minutes later, someone came with some pain meds, shot me in my backside, like pow, with the pain meds to help with the pain. They also probably about, I say 30 minutes. If I waited 30 minutes, the only reason why I had to wait that long is because of the X-ray machine. They were doing something with the X-ray machine, so they were getting it prepped. And I'm thinking, U.S. hospitals, I'm gonna have to be wheeled into a room to take this X-rays. No, they wheeled the X-ray machine right on into me. They did all the X-rays, and when he finished doing the X-ray, the X-ray technician finished doing that, the doctor walked in. He pointed on the machine something, and she nodded, and then he wheeled the X-ray machine out of the room. She followed behind him. 1 minute, not even 1 minute, I don't even think it was a minute. She walked right back in, and she was like, I have to tell you this. You have broken your left foot. Now, mind you, I also was having pain on my right side, because remember I told you the cement, my knee actually hit the cement. So I had pain reverberating from my knee all the way up to my backside. Oh my God, it was so painful. But they had also taken X-rays of that. So they took X-rays of my pelvis. They wanted to make sure everything was okay. And so I had broken my left foot. It's a fracture. Yeah, a fracture of a bone on my left foot. So, needless to say, I was like freaking out. I'm thinking, okay, what happens next then? She says, I have to call an orthopedic surgeon. Squeeze me? An orthopedic surgeon? She says, yes, because I don't know if you're going to have surgery or not. And I'm thinking, just throw my leg in a cast and let's be done with it. And she's like, I can't tell you that, I'm the specialist, but she's on call, and we've already reached out to her, and she should be on her way shortly. I think I waited maybe 10 minutes. 10 minutes. The orthopedic surgeon was here. She came in, she looked at the Xrays and said, you basically have two options. You have an option of either having a screw put in, surgery, or having it wrapped like in a cast, kind of a semi-cast. The screw 2 weeks, the wrap 4 weeks. This is recovery time. So I wanted to see what insurance was going to say, because of course that's important to a U.S. person, but the insurance, they couldn't get a hold of the insurance for the procedure because it was a Saturday night. Now mind you, this is like 9, 10 o'clock, almost, yeah, about 9:30, 10ish at night, and this is happening. And so they were basically stating that insurance may take a couple of days, so you would have to pay out of pocket up front in order to do this. So long story short, I ended up choosing to have my foot bandaged instead of having the surgery.
You know, like a half cast, right?
Yeah, it's like a half cast kind of a thing. And 4 weeks down, recovery time. But I'm good. I'm wrapped up in this cast. This just happened on Saturday. This is Monday right now that we are in. But let me talk to the healthcare system. Bar none, the healthcare system I was very well taken care of.
You was out there, what, maybe an hour, hour and a half?
Probably about, yeah, an hour and a half, hour, 45 minutes. It was not long. And this is an emergency situation. And everything was very clean. People were very friendly and attentive. Let me say this too. Communication was good between us and the doctors and the nurses and the professionals that assisted me. The person that writes the medicine that you'll be needing, like your pain meds and stuff like that, even asked me if I would like to have a pain medicine, anti-inflammatory with a pain medicine attached that's a small opioid, and I said no. They then gave me something like Tylenol. It's called Tylex. 750 milligrams is what they prescribed. He says, so that'll be that, and then I'll prescribe something else just in case that's not strong enough. So, but even with that, guys, the healthcare here was really awesome. I'm going to tell you what the bill was. Okay, I'm gonna tell you what the bill was.
And you got crutches and
yeah. So I got into the emergency room. I got Xrays, a doctor, pain medication,
a specialist, a
orthopedic surgeon that was called in at night. I got crutches. I have medicine to take home with me. I got copies of my Xrays right there on the spot. All my records, my billing and everything right there. Everything under $900. Under $900, guys. That would not be happening in an emergency room
in the U.S.
in the United States. Now, I don't know anywhere else. You guys tell me, but this I was pleasantly surprised for less than $900, and I'm gonna submit that claim to our insurance company to be reimbursed for that. So, guys, the medicine alone. Let me say the medicine alone. The pain meds too, $9 for 2 prescriptions.
Yeah, and I think they had it in the hospital. It was a little bit more expensive.
Yes, and they were apologizing, mind you, because if we were going to get it from the hospital, because the hospital had their own little pharmacy there, if I was to get it from the hospital, the administrator who handles the prescriptions, he was like, I am so sorry. It is going to be pricier than what you would get on the street there at the pharmacies out there. He's like, I'm so sorry that it's so expensive. The two medicines that you need will be $29. You're sorry for $29?
I always try to keep a straight poker face when like a local tells me something's expensive and they give a price because I don't want to offend them. Like,
Correct.
oh my God, that's it, you know. So I just like, oh okay, yeah, that's, you know.
No, but the look on my face was probably surprising because I was like, okay.
So y'all ended up going to the pharmacy and picking
Correct.
it up for $9.
So we just went down. My friend Ken and Deb, y'all are. Ken went down the street to the pharmacy, got the 2 prescriptions for $9. We got out of there, got an Uber, came back here. They got me situated and set up in my room and everything, and then they took an Uber home to their place. So mind you, it was about 11 something. By the time we got, I got in the place and got settled. So 11 something was when all this was over and I could kind of whoosah for a minute.
Yeah, and when you say prescription, you just mean the medicine because you don't need the prescription here to go get.
No, you don't need a prescription, but it was considered over the counter, so you can pick it up from anywhere. So it's not like they really needed. They were writing more.
Just need the name.
Right, they were writing so that whoever we give it to knew what I was supposed to be getting. Right. It's not like it's behind the, behind the counter.
Not like Walgreens where they ain't giving you nothing without no prescription.
Right. Right. But I'm saying all that to say, guys, make sure that you check your insurance. Make sure you have it. I highly encourage that you have some form of insurance because thank God we checked, and we had checked probably like a month before all of this happened. We had called our insurance company to see if it was covered being here, and they said we have global insurance, which I was grateful for.
I still think we're going to get some extra insurance on top, whatever that travel insurance is.
Yes. So we will be looking into some additional insurance on top of it. Not saying that our insurance company is not great, just saying that having a little extra precaution would be appreciated. Yeah. And just learn from us. learn from us. It's best to have it. And I would never have thought that I would have hurt myself watering some plants. Okay.
Yeah. And so you can imagine, fellas, how much I was freaking out. And this kind of goes back to one of the reasons why we picked PV, right, as a soft landing, because this all happened Saturday night. And they were kind of texting me, Dev and Kim was kind of texting me, letting me know what was going on, this and that. So it was literally 11 o'clock when she got home. I went on Southwest.com and booked the ticket the very next morning for $300 nonstop. The very next morning. So, and it's a 2-hour flight. So that's the accessibility that I like. If something happened, emergency happened, something happened to some of our family back home, we can just hop on a plane and go there with pretty ease and pretty inexpensive. So that was a big decision with us choosing Puerto Vallarta.
Yes, but I'm glad that we're okay. I'm glad everything is good. And like I said, just learn from us here in this experience. Find your insurance, please, guys, please. Yes. But rest assured, though, that they will take care of you here. I was, like I said, blown away by the service.
You said they were speaking English or someone?
They were speaking Spanish, but they were able to speak enough English for us to be able to communicate really good. So the only one downside I will say is make sure that you take pictures of whatever it is that you are signing. If for some reason you're not given a copy, I am always of the frame of mind to keep your records. Keep records of everything. Even though it was in Spanish and they were explaining to me what it meant in English, you still want to know what you're signing. I don't know if that's the real estate agent in me, but you still want to know what you're signing. So please make sure you get that if they don't give it to you already, or ask for it rather if you don't get it. But other than that,
other than that, it was scary. It was stressful, and. You have to rush back here. Well, at least I can get my card now. That should be ready.
That's another video. Well, that's another video for another day. We are also in in a new place.
Yeah, and I'll show y'all. I'm not gonna show y'all the place, but I'm gonna show y'all where she watered the plants real quick. Just kind of give you what that looks like. And we got AC. We got closed windows, so we don't hear everything going by. We got all that stuff.
I am excited about that too. My daughter is probably more excited than we all
she
are
got the
because
view
she
of
has
a lifetime.
an incredible view.
She got the view of a lifetime.
Yes,
but
she does.
let me get you. What, you gonna say something?
No. No.
That's about it. We will catch y'all on the next time. And like, subscribe.
Please comment, follow. Let us know if you've had an experience such as mine. I know it's not a grandiose experience. I didn't fall on this cobblestone streets or anything like that. But guys, just take care of yourself. Age grateful, guys. Live life each and every day. Just capture it and enjoy it. And until next time, guys.
See you later.
Peace.